All right, y'all, come on in. So today we're talking about the ego and how it shows up in your relationship. If you're single, this still applies, right? Because yesterday we spent the entire time talking about the ego, what it looks like. We listened to the audio, the Carl Jung topic that we discussed. Remember the key points that we went over, that it's not life itself that traps us, right? It's the part of us that tries so hard to control everything. That's the ego. Right? We talked about the fact that it forces us to play small. It's that inner voice that wants us to play it safe. That's the way we stay safe, right? And we talked about when you're doing new things, the ego hates rejection, right? You hate to go out there and try it because they might not like it, right? The ego is going to control and make sure we don't even have to face that. The need for validation. Unfortunately, that's how we go through life, unfortunately, a lot of us. And then the ego helps us to survive, guys, but it was never designed to help us evolve. As we're evolving through life, that's the only way we get to change and grow, right? It's through letting go of certain things like that, right? Pushing through that fear. And Miss China, real quick, it was why most people get stuck in their ego. Remember, that was from the the Jungian Psychology Hub on YouTube, y'all. Why most people get stuck in their ego. Guess what? I have it pulled up, y'all, so we can go over those first 5 minutes again, because I thought it was pretty powerful if y'all are cool with that. But let me rattle off how the ego starts to show up. The ego often manifests as a self-centered perspective. Ding, 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 right? I'm sure all of us have been with someone and we felt like, dang, right? They're self-centered. It's all about them, right? Pay attention, single folks. This is how you pay attention, and notice this in the beginning. But guess what? Some people are in pool C, already committed, already married. Y'all ain't stuck like Chuck. There's hope. If you got a self-centered person, we gonna work on that, right, y'all? Or if you're the one that's self-centered, right? One partner prioritizes their own. This is what it looks like, y'all. One partner prioritizes their own needs and their opinions above others, right? That is not comfortable. I've seen that firsthand in my own relationship. I guess I could put an S on that. I've seen it a couple of times, y'all, but I've also seen it in other relationships. It's easy to see, right? Plus, when you talk to people, if you've got close confidants and friends, we discuss things sometimes, right? Oh, wow, that's right. That's the conversation. Some people submit to that. That word sometimes is used incorrectly, I think. Submission. Right? You got to understand all that stuff if you're going to... Remember yesterday I was joking about the Bible. If you're going to use one thing from the Bible, let's use all of it. This can lead, guys, to a lack of empathy. We've been talking about that all week, right? Difficulty compromising, and a reluctance to take responsibility for mistakes. When the ego shows up, guys, guess what? That person makes mistakes, and guess what? Oh, well. Have y'all ever seen that? Not taking accountability, kind of running the show. And then essentially the ego can create a dynamic where one partner is constantly trying to be right, control the narrative, or feel superior, leaving the other feeling unheard, invalidated, or even resentful, y'all. 3 words to pay attention to in your interactions with that person that you say you're interested in.